The documentary came about when I had a conversation with one of my students. He's a NASCAR enthusiast, and he informed me that two of the greatest NASCAR drivers of all time, they are from or resided in Sanford, North Carolina. So he told me about a mural for Herb Thomas. Herb Thomas, he was the driver, Doc, from Cars. He was inspired by Herb Thomas. What was the name of his car? It was the Hudson Hornet. So we had that conversation, and on one of my lunch periods, I went downtown Sanford, and I took a look at the mural, and I got inspired. You know, I always wanted to take the students, outside of the school to work on a news package, and the murals of downtown Sanford just seemed like a great idea. Well, it's really important because, this school is located in Sanford, North Carolina. And I want to build a connection between the city of Sanford and our school. Even though there's already a relationship, I wanted to build a deeper bond, through the art. I wanted us to spotlight something great that the city is doing, and I also wanted the city to, appreciate the work that we're doing. When you're doing news, of course there's always news and things to talk about inside of the school building, but news shouldn't be confined to a building or a classroom, because a lot of news happens outside of the world, and I also wanted to make sure that the students had an opportunity to really get that real world experience, speaking to the public about something, talking about a topic or a subject that goes beyond the school.
It was important because it was the first field trip that I've ever had actually here at ALA, because we've never actually took a field trip in all the classes that I've been in.
It was important to me because we really got to know more about Sanford. Like, we really aren't down there much. We're usually at home playing video games or stuff, or doing homework, and it was a really great experience to go find out more about a city that's been here for so long. And it was really amazing to see all the art that the people really put so much hard work into.
Well, yeah, a lot of things went into organizing the trip. First we had to take a look at the number of murals that Sanford had to offer. We had to do some research on some of the Sanford officials, so some of the people who are in positions to greenlight some of these projects. We had to do some research and find out who they were, to get some information from them. Also, the planning that you have to do in school as far as, the bus, the permission to actually take the students outside the building. But the biggest thing was just organizing everything, understanding what murals were out there, doing some background research on the murals. We wanted to know who the muralist was. We also had to organize a route to take, and I have to give props to Bryson for organizing the route to actually check out all of these murals. But yeah, we planned this for a while now. Honestly, I feel like we planned for 3+ months, just trying to, fine-tune details to get this project off the ground.
There had to be a lot of preparation for this. I'd have to say that we had to make sure that we had enough SD cards for the cameras in order to get the footage and keep it. We had to make sure we had a bunch of batteries. That was the hard part, because the batteries run out so fast. We had to make sure we had a bunch of tripods, and we had to make sure that we had the bags to them and all that. So, it was a lot, but we did get it done, and we got pretty good footage. I do think so myself.
On the day of the trip, we had a packed schedule full of murals to visit, people to speak with. We were out working from about 9 a.m. to, I want to say 2 p.m. So during the trip, we went to about 10 murals. We spoke with a few people. So we spoke with the public arts liaison of Sanford. We spoke with the owner of Yarbrough's, the grandson of the owner of Fairview Dairy, which one of the murals depicted. We did a lot. So we did a lot of filming, we did a lot of interviewing, we did a lot of walking, just to bring the story together, to pull everything together. But we put in a lot of work.
I took a lot of footage of all the murals. I took most of the drone shots as well, specifically the ones where it's moving through the city. I also got some footage of the Piedmont Blues and McDuffie, and yeah, it was just really nice.
Well, we did a lot of things. We got shots of the murals, we did little montages of the murals, we got interviews in front of the murals with information regarding them. We stopped by basically nearly all of the murals downtown Sanford and got wonderful shots of all of them.
My favorite part of the trip has to be when we visited Yarborough's. That part was my favorite because in our mural trip, we checked out the Fairview Dairy mural. Now, the Fairview Dairy mural was the first 3D mural in North Carolina. I didn't know that we were going to meet the grandson of the founder. You know, I didn't know we were going to meet someone in that bloodline. I was hoping that we would get a chance to interview someone at Yarborough's, you know, but I didn't know that it was going to be that significant. You know, we also, during that interview, you know, we got like a timeline of how things used to be back then and how things are still going today. He also showed us some relics and some of the original milk containers and milk bottles. It was really cool. So I would have to say, you know, visiting Yarborough's was my favorite part of the trip.
My favorite part, it was probably the Sanford spinners.
My favorite part of this trip would have to be definitely seeing all these murals, because you really have to think about it. This wasn't just here. It took so many people to collaborate to make something this big and grand, to tell a story. So it was a great experience.
So the parts that went well was actually getting the videos of the murals and getting the interviews and just spending time outdoors, out of school, and having fun on this field trip.
The trip went well because we definitely got a lot of the footage of the important murals that told stories about people, and there was a lot of people working on it, that's for sure. That was one of the things that was good as well.
Some of the things that went well on the trip, I feel that we did meet our goals as far as the murals that we want to visit. We got a lot of beautiful B-roll shots. We had some great interviews. We also got some aerial shots. We had the drone up. You know, that went really well. I feel like each student had an opportunity, if they wanted to film, to operate the drone. They had opportunities to do different things, and we had a chance to get outside of the school. That, you know, that's a bonding experience in itself. You know, taking a trip outside of the school. And everything went well. You know, we had a good lunch. It was good.
I hope it will tell everyone about why Sanford is Sanford and why there are so many murals. It tells history, and I hope that a lot of people will want to go to Sanford to go see those murals and take pictures of them, just so they know their history and stuff as well. That's what I would have to say.
I hope that it'll actually inform people that live in uptown Sanford about downtown, because not a lot of people visit downtown Sanford that much anymore, because it's not like a big area. There's not a lot of like food, restaurants, but it is a good place to see, hey, this is where Sanford actually started and it expanded to where it is now.
You know, I'm excited about this. You know, I think highly of the work that our students put out. I felt like the effect that this documentary can be very positive for the city of Sanford. Honestly, I believe that there's a lot of people out there that would travel to a city just for the street art, just for the murals. You know, I'm from Philadelphia, and we have a lot of murals. A lot of people, they travel all over the world to see the art, statues. You know, like we have the famous Rocky statue. A lot of people travel, they want to go put their hands up and go visit the Rocky statue. So my hope is people will be more invested in the history of Sanford. They'll want to come here, come check out the murals, do more research on the city, and go visit some of the other businesses, you know, visit the local businesses. And, you know, I'm not saying we're going to, you know, boost the economy a lot, but maybe because of the documentary we put out, people will want to come down here and spend time in Sanford and learn more about this beautiful city.